When I was 17, I was in a serious snowboarding accident. I went too fast off a jump, and I hit my head on an overhanging tree branch, which knocked me unconscious, flipped me around, and caused my limp body to fall 14 feet onto my face. Ski Patrol transported me down the hill, and EMS took me to the hospital. There, I was diagnosed with an MTBI, mild traumatic brain injury, which is basically synonymous with a concussion. Luckily for me, I was an athlete and had access to an athletic trainer through my high school who helped me get on an up-to-date recovery program. I was able to get back to baseline in a matter of weeks without any complications. Unfortunately, over half of the 3 million concussions that occur annually in the U.S. are thought to be unreported and therefore probably untreated. An ongoing preliminary study by our group found that 20% of skiers and snowboarders suspect having sustained a concussion from alpine sports, yet very few seek treatment. Our study also identified that teens and young adults are most at risk of sustaining concussion, a finding widely supported by current literature. Concussions disrupt normal brain physiology and induce a state of metabolic flux that renders the brain very vulnerable to subsequent insult. Continued exposure of an injured brain to persistent impacts, even subconcussive injuries, greatly increases the risk of complications like second impact syndrome, which is fatal in up to 50% of cases. Also, unreported concussions carry an increased risk of long-term sequelae like chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Therefore, it is very important that concussions are reported and subsequently treated. This is easier said than done. There are a myriad of reasons for why people, especially teens and young adults, might avoid reporting a suspected concussion. After digging into the literature and performing our own research studies, we were able to develop a series of targeted interventions designed to increase reporting of concussions in our community. Our intervention utilizes 3 approaches. First, in order to efficiently connect with a large group of individuals in the community at one time, we developed a 30-minute concussion education seminar with a panel of physicians and scientists designed to reach a broad audience. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, all of our sessions were virtual this year. Yet, our post-session survey results demonstrate that the seminars did their job, even if there is a bit of a confirmation bias. For example, when asked if they were more likely to get evaluated for a head injury after hearing our talk, participants had the following answers. Definitely, I did not feel the need to before. Yes, because now I realize the risks if I don't. And finally, yes, I'm more likely to report a personal head injury. My health and wellness is important to me, and I want to do everything possible to keep myself healthy. At these large group events, we also promoted our peer education training program, Cranium Crew, for teens and young adults. To become a peer educator for Cranium Crew, individuals attend a 2-hour initial training course designed to teach individuals the in-depth pathophysiology of concussions, the common symptoms, and the current treatment guidelines. We also have quarterly meetings to refresh skills and discuss new research in the field. The Cranium Crew program equips interested individuals to be long-standing and recurring reference resources to their peer group, whether they are on the soccer team, ski team, or part of a local skateboard crew. We are currently working with some local schools to integrate this program into their sports teams and recreational groups. Here's what one of our trained peer educators, Andrew, had to say about the Cranium Crew program. Finally, we are providing resources for the community. Most notably, we are working with Ski Patrol to increase their diagnostic capacity and provide them with handouts to give to individuals who have suffered a suspected concussion. While this program is still ongoing and in its infancy, our multifaceted intervention is working to fill the gaps for former athletes and provides a much-needed education for other populations, particularly outdoor enthusiasts, recreationalists, and extreme athletes. We hope to grow our concussion education initiative and develop a study that will quantitatively measure the impact of our effects in the future. If you're interested in becoming a Cranium Crew peer educator or would like to schedule a seminar for your group, shoot me an email at mivancich@mcw.edu. If you're a medical or educational professional and you'd like to help us expand this project, feel free to email me as well. Thank you for your time, and thank you to all the mentors that helped make this project possible.